أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم جست يا سيدي مدد يا سلطان سبحان الله سلطان الله نبي محمد عليه السلام سبحان الله سلطان الله نبي محمد عليه السلام سبحان الله سلطان الله نبي محمد عليه السلام استغفر الله استغفر الله استغفر الله أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العظيم يا سيدي مدد. There's no strength and no power except from Allah alone. Coming back from kind of a difficult journey, searching for a clinic to continue this work that we're doing here, and I was set up to do one of these hubbas, these lectures, and the electricity went off in the hotel room, so I had to travel back, and now I'm jammed for time trying to get another subba out the door before the scheduled class time for the Tuesday class that we had scheduled. So reflecting, there's plenty of time to do it, but I keep reflecting on the journey that we took and the process that we're going through to try to continue this work. And I keep going back to how inadequate I am to be able to continue this work, and how difficult it is to find my own humility as well as the humility in others to continue this work. It's not an easy process to rid yourself of your ego and to clear the deck, so to speak, and try to truly be a servant unto, God or the Creator, or if you're not understanding or believing that, then to humanity, and truly serve their needs and not your own ego, and not your own desire to be somebody special, and not your own desire to achieve something that other people can admire. All of that really clouds your judgment and keeps you from being able to truly serve and truly help people. We talked a lot about, just really scratch the surface of how you have to become a conduit for this healing, and that you must connect yourself. And this is what the process of Ijaza and Isnad is, that heart connection is critically important in this process. And I just would like everybody to take the time that normally would be devoted to listening to me talk, and use it to reflect on how truly you can open up and develop that heart connection, and how our ego is such a hindrance in making that happen. This is truly the job of a real sheikh, and I am anything but a real sheikh. I'm not somebody who's given the authority or the ability to change people's hearts like that. To the extent that I'm able to regurgitate and talk about what people I know who know are offering, it's of use to people that they hear what I've heard, because what I've heard is correct. But for myself, given the authority to actually guide people and show people the correct way, this is not my position. I'm a small position of with this Hijama work, and it's enough for me, and it's a big responsibility and a big burden just to do that, because if you truly take somebody and make them have this ijaza and this authority to go out and help people, and then they do a terrible job, or they end up hurting people or something of that nature, that responsibility is on you, and it's incredibly heavy responsibility to take, and to give to others. So I am reflecting on that myself and trying to understand, whether I'm truly qualified for this or not. And I have been. I was given the authority, but I'm still struggling with the notion of, how do you truly identify and select people that will go on to help humanity and help people with more than just, putting cups on people's bodies, but to be a conduit for that healing process. So I would encourage us to, look at the webpage and see the documentation that has been offered there and the videos that have been offered there, and spend most of your time reflecting on that. And then we'll continue class on Thursday. So I'm going to take the same amount of time away from this class and reflect on the direction of the next 5 classes that we have. So we're pretty much at the end of, the mid-mark of this program. And now we'll probably get more into the, technical aspects of Hijama and talk more about, what actually has to be done, and what differentiates Hijama from the cupping. And then talk about the nightmares that are going on in the industry, that people are just using their imaginations. And this is the uncontrolled ego. It's everybody thinking that they're somebody special and then just speaking and talking without any sort of authority, without any sort of source of information, which is correct. They're making up all sorts of things, and we'll go ahead and take a look at a lot of those things that they're making up and why they're so completely off the mark. But I hope you and I together, we understand very clearly that our biggest enemy is our ego, and that if we allow the ego to control and rule what we're doing, that people that are a lot more intelligent and a lot, better than I am have been destroyed with their egos. So it's something to be vigilant with every single day, and try to remind ourselves that we are really nothing, and that our next breath could be our last, and that even if we possess a high intellect and a high ability, one day that the next day a car accident comes and takes away our mental capacity, and now we're in bed with tubes hanging out of our nose. So nothing is ours, and that humility must be present in any kind of industry, and unfortunately most of the medical industry, it's not present at all, which is why it's so out of sorts right now. So I take some time to reflect on that, and take a look at the videos and the added reading and materials, and we'll see you on Thursday. So thank you very much, and inshallah you have a good self-session taking a look at that stuff. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم. شكرا الله.